Your Name Inc. Thinking of yourself as a business. In this module of instruction, we begin the process of helping you think of yourself as a business and to start exploring how you can use your talents and skills to generate income. You will be prompted with reflection questions throughout this module, so you can start getting your ideas out of your head and down onto paper. For each set of reflection questions, set a timer for 10 minutes and use that entire time to explore the questions presented. If you still have time remaining when you've finished, keep brainstorming until the timer goes off. You could free write, create an outline or a mind map of all of your ideas, whatever brainstorming method works best for you. The point here is to take the time to get all of your ideas out of your head and down onto paper. This will help you solidify your ideas into conscious reality and to free up your brain for more creative thinking. Use this time as a container to organize your thoughts and ideas so you can create an actionable plan to bring them to life. If you haven't already done so, grab your notebook or other writing instrument and let's get started. We're going to begin by breaking down some key concepts. In this module, we will explore the definition of business, define your key revenue goals, and explore what key revenue-generating activities you could use to achieve those goals. Let's start by discussing how I use the word business. Some people may be put off by the idea of calling their work a business, but business just means that you're engaging in commercial activity. You're offering something on the market. You're selling your wares. So while I'll be using the word business, I want to make sure you recognize that I do not mean that you absolutely must set up a formal legal business entity that formalizes your commercial activity. Everything I'm going to outline here can be done as a contractor or a sole proprietor, meaning you do not need to set up a formal legal business entity to conduct this form of commercial activity. This catalog of solopreneur courses can help you figure out how to monetize your hobbies or create a side hustle to complement the money you make from your full-time job. That's the beauty of being a solopreneur. It's literally just creating a new way for you to make money for yourself, whether you want it to be your primary income, your supplementary income, or the start of a larger business that you wish to create. The point with this course material is for you to learn how to apply business principles, strategies, and analysis to achieving your financial goals. So try not to let the term business be overwhelming for you. Instead, allow the word business to represent the financial freedom and flexibility that attracted you to this course in the first place. Income goals. As you start to think of yourself as a business, it's important to think about what exactly you want to achieve with this endeavor. Is this a side hustle, or is the goal for this to be your main income? To ensure we can build a business that meets your needs, it's important to set some goals for what you're actually trying to achieve. Goals do not have to be huge or overwhelming. They can be more focused on your immediate needs instead of your long-term desires. My mom always told me, if you shoot for the moon, the worst you can do is land among the stars. By setting goals, we can chart a path to reaching those goals. Even if our path changes over time, our goals will work like the North Star to ensure we are still working in the direction of what we wish to achieve. Maybe you've already established yourself in an industry and are simply looking for a way to break out into that industry on your own instead of working for someone else. Maybe you're tired of the 9-to-5 and you want to turn your hobby into a side hustle. Maybe you're looking to turn your side hustle into a full-time gig. Regardless of the size or scale of your business, the whole point of it is to make money, to generate revenue, doing something you enjoy. Let's start with the most obvious goal. How much money do you want to make from your business? What is your income goal? Set your timer for 10 minutes and reflect on the following questions. What is your intention for this business activity? Would you like to earn more money to supplement your income? Would you like for this business to be your full-time job and provide all of your income? Would you like to start with it being supplemental income and then growing over time? Or do you just want to keep the scale small and have it like bonus money? How much money do you need to make each month to meet your needs? How much money each year? Question 3. How much income do you need to generate for this project to meet those needs and to make this additional work worthwhile? If you want this business to grow over time, what is your income goal for the next year, for the next 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years? Remember, these goals can change over time. The point is to set a goal that is realistic and attainable so we can chart a path to achieving it. Now let's talk about key revenue generating activities. If you're taking this course, chances are you already have an idea of the different ways you can use your own talents and skills to create income. In business terms, a key revenue generating activity is the product or service you will offer to make money and generate revenue. I'm going to use myself as an example here. In 2015, I resigned from my corporate career. Since then, I have been using the knowledge, skills, and experiences I have at my disposal to financially sustain myself. The activities I conducted in exchange for money are my key revenue generating activities. Some of my key revenue generating activities have been supporting yoga and meditation retreats, providing one-on-one personal training at a gym, teaching about peace building, business, and conflict analysis at a university, working as a contractor for development agencies and NGOs, making jewelry, doing market research for various companies, creating sustainable tourism retreats and bespoke travel planning. And I've also worked as a bartender in catering, doing meal prep, and as a personal chef. As you can see, my revenue generating activities extend far beyond simply what my career or academic credentials would reflect. All people have many interests, and we can use whichever of those interests we want to make money for ourselves. So how can you make money to sustain yourself? Grab your notebook and a timer and reflect on the following. First, think about your passions, your interests, and how you enjoy spending your time. Think about the industry you currently work in or a topic that you are a subject matter expert in. How can you use this knowledge, skill, or experience to generate income for yourself? Write down every idea that comes to mind. Do not limit yourself here. Get all of your thoughts and ideas for your key revenue generating activities out of your head and into your notebook. Anytime you have another idea for how you can make money, you can come back and add it to this page. Anytime you feel stuck in your business, you can come back here for inspiration as well. Multi-revenue stream approach. I am currently establishing DevP3 as a formal legal business, but that's only after years of living off of side hustles, hobbies, and consulting or contracting gigs. Years of being a solopreneur. When a business creates a strategy to generate revenue from more than one key revenue generating activity, we call it a multi-revenue stream approach. Most businesses have multiple pathways to creating revenue, and so can you. Chances are that, like me, you've identified more than one way to use your talents and skills to make money. Or perhaps you've identified multiple ways to offer the same core product or service. As a solopreneur, you do not have to pigeonhole yourself into one specific thing. We all have a variety of interests and experiences that we can use to make money. Outside of my career in peace building and international development, I've supplemented my income by monetizing my passions for wellness, travel, and cooking. I've even had a few stints as a bartender so I can make friends and some extra pocket cash in the random places I live. For me, this job was a way to make some money and to connect with community. If I were just looking at the credentials I have acquired from my career, my options for making money would be more limited, and I'd be pigeonholed into working full-time positions. Instead, I've used my professional knowledge to generate income from projects that serve my career goals instead of the goals of another company. I have also limited the amount of time I devote to working on sustainability and peace building because it's challenging for my mental health, which increases burnout rates. This concept of a multi-revenue stream approach can be a bit complicated, so I'm going to use myself as an example to work through the concept. So let's talk about Sarah Inc. For most of the last few years, the base amount of money I needed to live comfortably, considering my locality and lifestyle, has been $3,000 a month. This isn't to live fancy. This is to be comfortable, to pay my bills, eat quality food, to purchase products that align with my morals, and to have enough money left over for some adventures. That means my total revenue goal is $36,000 per year. In addition to identifying the dollar amount I need, I'm also starting to create boundaries around how I want to spend my time to ensure I enjoy the ways that I'm making money. Based on years of working various types of jobs, shift work, etc., I know a few things about what I do and do not want from my work life. First, I do not want to work more than 25 hours a week sitting at a computer. Second, I am only willing to do one work trip for another aid or development agency per year. 3, I can handle 7 hours of one-on-one client calls per week. 4, I like writing research and analytic reports, but I do not want to do it all the time. A few reports per year is sufficient. I do not like to teach yoga, but I can help to facilitate workshops and retreats for others. I want affiliation with a university related to sustainable development or peace building. I love creating study abroad programs and authentic travel experiences for people. Based on these requirements, the key revenue generating activities I came up with to meet my financial goal of $36,000 per year includes one-on-one business consulting with clients, working as an independent contractor for development or aid agencies and mission-driven companies, doing grant writing for other nonprofit and partners for a fee, supporting yoga, meditation, wellness, and business retreats, selling market research reports, teaching university study abroad trips, teaching online courses for a university, or sometimes in person at a local school. I also make some passive income from content and affiliate marketing. To make this approach more accessible, we're going to organize our ideas into measurable, realistic goals for our different revenue generating activities. I want to make $3,000 a month or $36,000 a year in base income to pay my bills and to live safe and comfortably. That means I'm going to generate $12,000 a year by maintaining 7 one-on-one consulting clients per week. I'm going to generate $5,000 a year by teaching 2 study abroad courses or online university courses. I'm going to generate $10,000 a year in contract work with development or aid agencies and NGOs. I'm going to make $3,000 a year writing 3 market research reports. I'm going to make $4,000 a year supporting a wellness and business retreat. And I'm going to make $2,000 a year in passive income from content and affiliate marketing. This gives me $36,000 US per year. Anything I make after this is bonus money, or what a business would consider profit. By looking at myself as a business, I'm taking on the responsibility to provide for myself in exchange for the freedom to live my life as I want. I'm still using my core professional experience, hobbies, and passions, but I've identified specific ways to use those assets to generate income. I've broken down my big revenue goal into smaller pieces so it's more manageable and realistic. With this approach, I get to decide what projects I enjoy spending my time on. I get to choose when I have vacation and when I need an extra day or two of rest. My business provides for me, and I'm prepared to adapt to changes in the market or to unforeseen events like global pandemics because I've implemented a multi-revenue stream approach that can be adapted when necessary. Now it's time to bring it all together with a practical exercise. In this exercise, you will brainstorm the exact same model we just went through in the example, but for yourself. You will build an avatar for Your Name Inc., if you will. In this exercise, you're simply creating an overarching goal for the amount of money you need to make, identifying pathways to making it, and then breaking that larger number up into smaller goals based on how you want to spend your time and energy. You can use the worksheet linked below, or simply draw out what we go through in your notebook. Start by concisely restating your answers to the following questions. What are your monthly and yearly revenue goals? What are you interested in doing? What are your key revenue generating activities? How much time do you want to spend in each area of your life? What boundaries do you want to have around your business activity? Now that we have our goals, let's build our map to navigating to them. Draw the figure of a person or your business logo or something that represents your business in some way in the center of your notepad or the worksheet. Place your key revenue generating activities in the larger boxes around the image. What percentage of your time and energy do you want to devote to each activity? You should also consider the ratio of energy needed to the reward gained from each key revenue generating activity to ensure you're devoting the time you need to the things you will receive reliable income and joy from. If you already work in the industry you want to be a part of, you probably have an idea for how much your time and effort is required for you to make X amount of money doing your work. If you are not sure how much money you will make from each of your key activities, it's time to do research on your product or industry and to set some goals for how much money you can realistically make from each of your key revenue generating activities. To do this, conduct a basic Google search on your industry. Join Facebook groups related to it. Search for a Reddit feed. Find a blog or a YouTube channel about it. Reach out to people who are already doing the work and ask for a conversation. Look at their work and business as inspiration for how you could offer your work in a similar way. It's important to get acquainted with your industry so you can have realistic expectations about working within it. Next, apply what you learned to your key revenue generating activities to identify how much money you can reasonably expect to make from each of them. Note those amounts next to the box where you placed your key activities. You may need a little time to think through this, and that's okay. The purpose of this module of instruction is to help you organize your ideas and to start looking at yourself and your skills in a new way. Within our training catalog, you will find additional resources and tools to help you turn this idea into an actionable plan to bring your key offerings to market. If you're feeling lost or you have no clue what you could do to make money to support yourself, don't panic. I promise everyone has skills and experience they can use to build a fulfilling life. It's just sort of hard to help you figure that out without talking to you. So if you're feeling stuck here, I urge you to book a one-on-one consultation session with me so I can help you figure it out. Let's take a minute to recap. The goal of this course was to help you begin looking at yourself as a business. To do that, we began by defining the term business. Then we identified your revenue goals, brainstormed potential revenue generating activities for you to meet those goals, and then explored the concept of a multi-revenue stream approach to map out a way for you to implement it for yourself. At the completion of this lesson, you should have a better idea for what exactly you want to do as a solopreneur to meet your income needs.